About 4,500 years ago, a wonder of the world was built in Egypt, which is the Great Pyramid of Giza. A wonder that continues to amaze people even today. With the height of 147 meters, this remained the tallest structure in the world for over 4,000 years. Heavy stones were used to build the pyramids and it weighs about 6 million tons compared to the present day tallest structure, the Burj Khalifa, which weighs only 500,000 tons. The question that left people speechless: how was it built? Back then, when people did not have any cranes, bulldozers, or any modern technology, still they built a monument that still stands, and there is no other surviving structures as big and old like this. So how was this made possible? Let's understand the mystery of the great Egyptian pyramids in this video. Welcome to my channel and this interesting video of the Great Egyptian Pyramids. It is estimated that the Great Pyramid of Giza was built in the year 2500 BC by the Pharaoh Khufu. We don't know much about Pharaoh Khufu except that he was the second monarch of the 4th dynasty of Egypt. The Pyramid of Giza was built on the west bank of River Nile, and if you see in the photos and videos, you will see that this is not the only pyramid. The other two pyramids were also built on the same site. Among these three pyramids, the first and tallest is the Pyramid of Giza, second one is the Pyramid of Khafre, and the third and the smallest is the Pyramid of Menkaure. These are not the only monuments from that era. In addition to these are the Great Sphinx, several tombs, and many smaller pyramids. There are total of 118 pyramids of different shapes and sizes, from which many of them have been eroded by weathering and very few are in good condition. Perhaps these three pyramids are the most well preserved, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza. So what was the reason for building these pyramids? Well, these were built as a tomb and the pharaohs were buried inside these pyramids. When these pharaohs believed in the afterlife and they believed the person who lived a life of goodness remains immortal in the afterlife. So when they died, their bodies were mummified and then sealed in a wooden or stone coffins. A large amount of food, jewelry, furniture and clothes were to be buried with the pharaoh in the pyramid so that they would be used in the afterlife. When the archaeologists entered the pyramid, they found 3 relics and an empty coffin. The coffin must be of Khufu, and the treasures that must have surrounded it is believed to have been looted before they arrived. But those who disagree with this have come up with alternative theories. One popular theory explained that the Great Pyramid was a power plant that could generate electricity. People who believe this claim that ancient Egyptians were very advanced and they had already learned how to harness electricity. Another popular theory was proposed by an American politician, Ben Carson, in 1998, and according to his theory, these pyramids were built by Jesus Christ's father, Joseph, in order to store grains. Well, these were only theories, but the biggest question was that how was these pyramids built? Honestly, this is the most mysterious aspect of the pyramids. There are several theories regarding this, but before we discuss the theories, let's look at the misconception that people have regarding the pyramids. That poor slaves were forced to work here all day and getting brutally abused by the supervisors. And I'm sure you would have seen this in some film or somewhere else. And today, we know this to be false. And the people who built the pyramids were very highly skilled laborers and very loyal to his pharaoh. About 20,000 to 30,000 workers were involved in its construction, working at least 10 hours in a day. About 6 million tons of limestone, 8,000 tons of granite, and 500,000 tons of mortar were used in its construction. Most of these materials were brought from southern Egypt, that was around 800 kilometers from the site. But the question arises here is that how they cut and moved those big stones where even wheels were not used in carts. Well, at that time copper was the most common metal used, and they used tools made of copper to cut the stones, and the harder rocks of granite were broken with dolerite. A plausible theory explains that they built rafts that floats on the river to move the stones from the quarries. The basis of this theory is this painting found at one of the tombs. In this painting, you can see 170 people pulling this statue on a sledge, and ropes were used to pull this heavy statue. The next thing that amazed researchers was that how these big stones were stacked on top of each other without any heavy machinery. Well, there are two theories. The first theory explains that they have built an efficient system of ramps to pull the stones on the slope. Also in 2015, a team of English and French archaeologists uncovered a 4,500 years old wooden ramp in a quarry. And the second theory explained that they might have used the lever system to stack the stone on top of each other. Just like to irrigate their fields, they used the same mechanism to draw water from the river Nile. These theories sound fascinating, but these do not explain completely what had happened exactly. So moving from construction to design of the pyramids, it is utterly fascinating. But did you know the pyramids were designed in a way that its directions point exactly towards north, east, south and west? How would that be even possible when there was no compass or any modern GPS at that time? In 1989, Robert Bowell came up with the Orion correlation theory. He claimed that the three pyramids of Giza were aligned similarly to the three stars of the Orion's belt, which means he believed that the alignment was intentional and that the ancient Egyptians knew astronomy. They tracked the stars at night and studied them, and according to these stars, they harvested various crops at certain times. It is obviously funny that some people claim that the pyramids were built by aliens because it was not possible for humans to create these pyramids. In my opinion, these theories go against scientific thinking. A lot of research is still going on about the Egyptian pyramids, but many things about these pyramids still remain a mystery. Well, I believe the next generation of archaeologists and historians will carry out research on these pyramids to find complete solutions and answers. I hope you all will like and share this video, and if you are new on this channel, please subscribe to my channel to get more interesting videos. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.